I'm Catherine Bear. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant in Canada for Warwick Immigration Canada. I'm here today to talk to you about a few options with respect to Canada's immigration plan. In 2021, we're expected to have 401,000 opportunities for permanent residency. For 2022, that's going to increase to 411,000. And by 2023, we're looking at 421,000 additional permanent residency spots. There are four most common routes for individuals to come to Canada. The first is express entry. The second is the working holiday. The third is to study. The fourth is business. There are other opportunities for you to come to Canada, but those are the four that I'm going to speak on today. The most popular option is express entry. Express entry has three categories. We have the Federal Skilled Trades Program, the Federal Skilled Worker Program, and the Canadian Experience Class Program. We're not going to touch much on the Canadian Experience Class Program, only because that typically happens once you come into Canada. The express entry eligibility criteria is based on human capital points. So you get so many points being a certain age, you get so many points for your language skills, work experience, both the level of work experience as well as how long you've been working, and your education. And we'll go into that a little bit more into detail right away. So when it comes to the express entry points, we're talking about what we call CRS points. CRS stands for Comprehensive Ranking System. To be given an invite from the government, a candidate must have one of the highest ranked scores at the time of their draws. Express entry draws are held roughly every 2 weeks, and candidates with the highest ranking score at the time of drawing are given an invitation to apply for permanent residency. To give you an indication of what type of score one might need to compete, the December 23rd, 2020 draw cutoff score was 468. Your language score is based on the Canadian Language Benchmark, or CLB for short. You must take the IELTS test to measure your language in 4 key areas: writing, reading, listening, and speaking. And optimally, you want to aim for a CLB score of 7 or higher. A common question that we get quite often is whether or not one can increase their CRS score. And the answer is typically yes. Your CRS score can be increased by increasing your years of work experience, improving your levels of education, or improving your English language scores. If you require further information or assistance in that area, just give us a call and arrange for a consult and we can help you out. After age and language skills, one's level of work experience is considered for their CRS score. This is done through the National Occupation Classification, or NOC code, which is a standardized system that assigns a 4-digit code and job description to all occupations in the Canadian labour market. This Canadian Experience class and the Federal Skilled Worker classes both require experience in NOC codes O, A, or B. The Federal Skilled Trades class requires experience in NOC code B, but not A or O. If your NOC code is a C or a D, express entry would not be a viable option for you. If you are applying through the Federal Skilled Trades class, you need either a job offer from a Canadian company or a certificate of qualification in a skilled trade issued in Canada. If you're applying through the Federal Skilled Worker or Canadian Experience classes, you do not require a job offer. However, having a job offer will afford you more points for your CRS ranking. Another important express entry eligibility requirement is education. If you're applying through the Federal Skilled Worker stream, secondary education is required. The higher your level of education, the higher your CRS score. And you must have your educational credentials assessed by organizations designated by the Government of Canada. Here are the current approved credential assessment organizations. Now that we've discussed express entry, if you have any questions, swing by the booth and we'll be happy to answer some basic questions to get you on your journey to Canada. Let's talk about the working holiday. You can fund your vacation with temporary work in Canada. And if you're 18 to 30 years old, this category is for you. A working holiday work permit is an open work permit, and this means you can apply for most jobs in Canada. This type of stream is a lottery stream, but it's great because it may allow you to be eligible for permanent residency. Warwick Immigration is an agent for a majority of the accredited universities and colleges in Canada, and as such, we can help you apply as an international student. International students can work while they study. They can access postgraduate work permits, which means that they can stay in Canada and work, and they have more options accessing permanent residency. Foreign students who are educated in Canada can receive an increased CRS score if they choose to apply through Express Entry. There are three main federal business immigration programs: the Owner-Operator LMIA, or the OOLMIA. LMIA stands for Labor Market Impact Assessment, the Intercompany Transferee, or the ICT, and the Treaty Investor. Some of the basic OOLMIA requirements are: you need a minimum ownership stake in a Canadian business of 51%. Jobs for Canadians must be created and maintained. You are required to have a CLB language score of 7, and the category is mandatory for the Express Entry route. You do receive 200 points for your Express Entry CRS score with the OOLMIA program, and PR, or permanent residency, is typically granted within 12 months of applying. The ICT, or the Intercompany Transferee, is a program that would apply if you have a national company wishing to expand into Canada. The ICT transfers individuals from the foreign company to the Canadian one, and shareholders need to own at least 51% of both companies. The ICT applicant must have worked for the offshore company for at least 12 months within the last 3 years before they can apply. An ICT candidate will also receive 200 points if a work permit is issued under a NOC code 00. Otherwise, the person would receive 50 points. Business immigration is a very complicated section, and we're happy to discuss these options with you at any time. Often foreign nationals will ask, why do they need to use an immigration consultant or immigration lawyer for their applications to come to Canada? A person is not obligated to use a legal representative and can apply to Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada on their own. Professionals like immigration consultants and lawyers do not have any special privilege with respect to IRCC applications. However, I would like to discuss with you the importance of using a licensed professional when it comes to preparing your applications to come to Canada. Whether it be to visit or to immigrate, with a world full of DIYs, more and more people are doing things themselves to save money. People are doing home renos, or even, especially during COVID, cutting their own hair. Doing your own immigration application certainly doesn't save you time and could end up costing you more than money. There are some things you can do for yourself, and I encourage it, for the right reasons. Hiring a professional should be number one on your list when it comes to anything that affects health, livelihood, self-esteem, but most importantly, your future. Serious matters require guidance from people who can provide informed, knowledgeable options and help you navigate major roadblocks. Immigration in Canada is a constantly changing environment. Nothing concerns me more than when I hear this from our clients. My friend came to Canada 7 years ago, and what you're telling me is not the process that they went through. Well, of course it's not. 7 years ago, IRCC's policies and procedures were completely different. There is just enough complexity to the application forms and processes to make it difficult for the average person to prepare an accurate and complete application. Our office can help save you time, money, and increase your chances of success because we're highly trained experts who are well informed of all the policies, trends, and developments regarding immigration to Canada. Hire an immigration professional to help you be clear and confident in your decision to come to Canada. Go to our website to see all the services our offices can offer, and thanks for being with me here today. Be sure to contact our office if you have any questions, and we'll be happy to assist you.